Hey guys, it's Friday. Friday is usually a day for local coin shops, so that's what I've done. You may notice I have some gloves on because I promised a viewer that I would start to try to wear these. He gets upset when I don't wear gloves, and I understand. Some of us just don't care as much, but I've got gloves on for you today, buddy. Alright. First thing I got today was a tube of turtles. These happen to be 2016s, and I believe I've always had trouble with this country, but I believe it's Niue. And so these turtles don't change images every year, but they do change countries that the coin represents. So they've happened to be for Fiji, Tokelau, New Zealand, and stuff like that. But overall, the coin doesn't change every year. So I decided to grab a tube of these because, as you guys know, I am trying to collect a tube of all of the non-changing government-issued bullion. I also picked up some generic bars. These are 1 ounces. As you guys know, I just picked up some tubes for these. So I need to fill those tubes, so here are some bars. I've also been sending a lot of these bars out to various pourers on YouTube, which you'll start seeing those videos come in. But they're melting down my silver. I'm paying them also, but yeah, I want to have some poured silver from the community, so you're gonna need bars for that, and so now I have some bars. These ones are the stagecoaches, the ones you can split with the hammer and chisel, the 1/4 ounces, and some of you may know this as the funky bar of splitability from one of the giveaways I had recently. I also picked up just some eagle bars. These are Silvertown, which I liked just because they're pretty and they're pretty basic. Yeah, I just grabbed these because I don't really care too much about what the bar looks like, but those ones look pretty good. So yeah, I got some bars that are going to go inside that tube. Probably the most exciting thing I picked up was, if you can see this tube, this is an Engelhard tube, and I guess technically Engelhard tube is 25 rounds. Every single one of these is 1984, but these are by far my favorite generic round, and they don't even treat it that much like generic anymore. They have quite a premium on them. This one happens to have the eagle on the back, as does this entire stack. I was talking with my coin shop guy, and he knows a lot of random stuff, as a coin shop guy should, but he also, you could probably tell it's not 25 because this is the rest of the tube, which I'm going to take out of this plastic and put inside the tube. But I have every year, I believe. So here's a 1982. Good thing I got these gloves on. It makes everything so slippery. So yeah, there's a 1982 with the small E back. I think that's what it's called. I don't know enough about these yet, guys. I plan on doing a lot of research. Here's a 1983, which is apparently the most valuable year, the rarest year. And I didn't pay $48, that's an old sticker. I did pay $5 over spot for this one, if you're curious. Which I think is, I don't know, reasonable. I don't know what they actually go for. Here you can see we have an eagle-backed one. This is 1985, so we have 1982, 3, 4, and 5. Another eagle back for the 1986, and another eagle back for the 1987. And I happen to like the eagle back more, so I'm really happy that the majority of these are eagle backs. So very cool. If anybody knows the value of 1983 Engelhard round, you should let me know. And I don't know if condition matters, but it looks like it's in decent shape. Yeah, it's got some what looks like some gunk on it, but yeah, let me know if I got a good deal on that. Oh, no, that's not right. I paid $5 more than I paid for the other ones, so that one cost me $5 more than I paid for the rest of these, which I believe ended up being like $23 or something like that. Okay, what else did I get? That was the majority of it, but I did have to pick up some fun stuff. Alright, and you can see I've cleaned up a little bit. Battery and memory card filled up at the same time, which is kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the other things I picked up today at the local coin shop. I have a little shout out for our Canada friends because I got my first goose. Squawk, 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 squawk. Okay, that squawking was supposed to be enough time for this thing to focus. Hey, look at that, we finally focused. This is a Canadian goose, $1. It's upside down because I feel like it looks like a more aggressive duck when it's upside down. But if it's this way, it looks like a more leisurely goose. Yep, this is a Canadian goose. It's my first one. Very happy. I love the young looking queen. Also for our Canadian friends, this is another young looking queen. And this is a canoe. Look at them go. This is my first canoe. In fact, I didn't own any Canadian money until today other than a couple quarters and like a dime or something. I also have a 5-cent beaver nickel, but it's not even silver. It's like one of the new nickels. But yeah, cool, right? So I'm sure you're like, oh, what are you gonna show us next? The totem pole one? And no, I didn't, because I didn't see one there. But yeah, so I got those. Here's a guy, he kind of looks like Voldemort. The most slicked out coin you can see, and for that reason I bought this coin at Spot. It might as well be generic, but it's still super cool. It's from Cuba, and it's the same as a Morgan in piece and weight and stuff. It feels like, anyway. I haven't done any research whatsoever on it. I picked up this guy. This is probably the best coin I bought today. This is Napoleon III. He's got a really cool looking mustache. And this is Empire French. 5 francs, 1868. Beautiful crown-sized coin with some cool edge lettering there. And I'll get more into this coin probably in a future video. Keep an eye out for a Silver History Sunday on that bad boy. And then the last one I got is one that I've never seen before, but oh my gosh, it's nice. So there we go. It says Latvijas on the side and Republica on the other side. I know nothing about this coin, but I'll be sure to update you when I find out. And here's the back. I'll let you know more about this in a future video. We also have edge lettering on this coin, which is sweet. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna move forward to a special unboxing. Alright, I got a package from our friend Silver Cat out in Kentucky, and I wanted to open it up here on camera. Okay, envelope inside an envelope for the extra protection. I appreciate so much when you guys package things well. And I know that I've been a culprit of not packaging things that great in the past, but I've gotten better. Yeah, I've been taking some tips from you guys, so I need a knife for this one. But this is obviously a package that's much larger than a coin, so there's something special in here. I already know what it is, and I'll give you guys a brief explanation why when we're done. So this is the giveaway that Silver Cat had. Oh, there's extra in there, dude. Alright, well, as you can see, I won 2 Kennedy $half. Man, I didn't want you to give me extra stuff. So what this is, basically, this is a disc that's used for disc golf. And if you guys don't know what disc golf is, it's kind of like golf, except you throw frisbees instead. And as you can see, there are different things like drivers and putters and mid-ranges. And this is a sweet, really flat top. We call these FAFs, which is flat as frick deadlift. So this is this is a fast disc, basically. I don't want to show the bottom of it because it might have his phone number on it. But yeah, so he also left a note saying, "Thanks for doing a disc for me. I know you said you would do it for free, but I like extra, but I put a little extra to cover the shipping." So thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do that. Basically, what's happening here is I won a giveaway that was disc golf related, where Silver Cat made a crazy putt. Dude, that's cool. I'll get to that. And you had to kind of guess to see how long the putt was. and it was disc golf related. So I had basically said, hey, I'm super interested in disc golf too, and I dye a lot of discs. If you follow me on Steemit, you'll see that I have a bunch of disc golf artwork, basically. That's kind of like tie-dye, except it's much more chemistry driven because these are made out of plastic, and it's very hard to dye these types of plastics without carriers and dispersing agents and stuff like that. So pretty much to dye these things, it ends up being like a trade secret where people don't really tell you how to do it. It's kind of hard to learn about because generally I could buy a $15 disc, I could dye it and sell it for $20. So people don't want all that competition on Facebook, Instagram, etc. So I want to dye this for Silvercat because it's nice to see people that share the same hobbies as me with both disc golf and coins. And yeah, so I'm going to move forward and I'll show you the process that I'm going to use to dye this for him. And I think that we're just going to do a surprise dye because he didn't really specify how he wanted it. Let's talk about the coins. Sorry, that was a long thing. Two 1964 JFK half dollars. This is my favorite half dollar, is the JFK. I like them mostly because they are not worn down as much as the other ones. So if and when you ever had to sell these things for weight, you would get the most silver return off of your JFKs over the Walking Liberties or the Franklins if you were selling them for just weight. And then it looks like he added a little half-ounce little bar here. 3/9's fine. There's the two little skulls there. I'm not entirely sure who makes this, but this is cool. I've never had a bar this size, but having a little half-ounce is sweet. So thank you so much, Silvercat. I really do appreciate it. You didn't have to throw anything else extra in, but you will love this. I will send it back, and yeah, I really hope that you're surprised, and I hope that you like it. And then the rest of the video after that is not going to be disc golf, or is not going to be coin related or precious metal related, but instead I'll just do a quick dye on this disc. It'll take probably 12 hours, but I will show you the process if you like, if that interests you. So thanks for watching. If you guys are only here for the metal, but if not, yeah, stick around if you want to see some more. Alright guys, so I'm going to be showing you some of the best kept secrets in disc dyeing. But yeah, let's kind of get into it. So basically all I have here is I have this disc. I have a bunch of mason jars. As you can tell, some of these are old. This stuff usually doesn't go bad, so I can use it over and over and over again, but this stuff is real gross right now. So we're gonna freshen it up a little bit. What I use is some animal fat and a spoon. I'm gonna take some animal fat and I put a little bit into these jars. As you can tell, I have like the three primary colors here. I have the three primary colors here. Then on top of that animal fat, I put some dyes. So I have a bunch of dyes. These are pretty dangerous, actually, but it's just it's polyester dye, actually, used to dye polyester, obviously. And you're like, whoa, that disc isn't made of polyester. And you're right, it's not. It's made of generally some sort of polypropylene, but there's a bunch of different types of plastic that the discs use in order to give them different durabilities. And this type of plastic, I had requested him send me only a star plastic, which just means it's a type of plastic that takes the dye better. Now I'm putting some soap, some dish soap, in the fat. I'm gonna put a little bit of a secret ingredient in there when I'm done that will act as a dye carrier, and that's the most important part. But it's kind of a homemade little chemical, doesn't really have a name. I'm just stirring these with bamboo rods because I don't like to get all of my dishes dirty, and stir those up. So now I have some chunks. Into the sink we go, Daedalus. Here's the problem if I use primaries. I got blue, which will work on orange. I got red, which might work on orange. And I got yellow, which will probably not work on orange. And if I do these will mix into each other and just turn orange. So since we want to have a little bit more fun with it. I'm going to add a little bit of turquoise to that yellow. Ooh, that was a lot. It might not make a difference, but who knows. I generally only like to do the white discs, but this orange disc is pale enough that it'll probably work. It's like a peachish orange. So here's the fun part. There's no turning back now, Silver Cat. Really scientific stuff here, you know? That's a joke, it's not. Alright guys, here's the next tool we need. It's a blow dryer. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna let it sit for a really long time now. Probably. Alright, so this is where we left off over 4 hours ago. You can see that the lard dye disgustingness has turned even grosser. Everybody knows what this is. This is what we call a turntable. If you don't know what a turntable is, you can ask Beck, because Beck has 2 turntables and 1 microphone. Alright, so I just had to try to center it. It's clear that Mr. Silver Cat has hit a tree or two, as we all have, because the disc is not a perfect circle anymore. And I'm going to use some homemade dyes. We're just going to go a little funkadelic here with the old dyes. But hopefully you like it, Silver Cat. I don't know what kind of guy you are. Maybe you like something like this. It'll still throw exactly the same. But we got some jawbreaker stuff going on. It's just an orange jawbreaker instead of a white one. Yep, so hope you like it. And I'll be sending you some, I'll send it back here probably tomorrow. See ya, buddy.